Ddat. Hello, the Blue Desert Virtual Tour is joining you from the traditional territory of the Ddat, Pueblos, and Utes, otherwise known as Farmington, New Mexico. In the Ddat language, Farmington is pronounced Ddat, which translates to three waters. Farmington is located at the junction of the San Juan River, the Animas River, and the La Plata River. The three rivers are a major resource to the tribes who are living in this land. Still to this day, the Ddat, Utes, and Pueblos are present, building community and a future. We acknowledge the three tribes and honor their land and traditions.
My name is Nicholas Lucero. I play drums for Ddat. I work with Ddat Management and the Delbert Anderson Trio. I'm on the board for the San Juan Jazz Society, and we work pretty extensively with the Northwest New Mexico Arts Council. The mission for the San Juan Jazz Society, in partnership with the Northwest New Mexico Arts Council, is to provide music, activity, create educational opportunities, and build unity all through music and community engagement.
Like they just support the arts, all genre of art also. And they are so community oriented, and anytime anyone in the community has an art project or needs help, they're right there to assist them.
At the San Juan Jazz Society, we focus a lot of our efforts here in northwestern New Mexico. What we do is provide a concert venue and a concert series for local musicians. We have an outdoor venue called Studio 116, or the Heart Space. And pre-COVID, we spent a lot of time putting on live concert series, the second Saturday concerts. And in addition to that, every week we'd have weekly jazz jams. At these jazz jams, we would have local community musicians and some professional musicians create an atmosphere where people could come in and play and learn their instruments. In addition to that, we'd have food trucks, and it was a good time. You know, you could be an audience member. In addition to the jazz jams, we would have the second Saturday concert series, where we would focus and feature local musicians from anywhere in the Southwest. So Colorado, New Mexico, Arizona. We had a variety of people from jazz to rock and roll to country to metal, anything that inspired us, and we were inspired by the musicians. That concert series led us to do a virtual concert series now that the pandemic has hit, that we called Heart Space Live. And the Heart Space Live is a similar program where we have some of the bands that we wanted to listen to and we like working with come up and do a 30 to 45 minute set, and also some interviews with our host, Terry Martin. The Blue Desert Virtual Tour is a very exciting project. We're here in northern New Mexico, are very lucky to be part of this. It highlights and really provides a platform for three wonderful venues working together to provide a level of jazz entertainment that people might not be able to see anywhere else right now because of COVID.
A special thanks to tonight's presenter, the Northwest New Mexico Arts Council. Thank you from the Blue Desert Virtual Tour. Now kicking off tonight's event, the Keefe Quartet from Spokane, Washington.
Good, great. This is an original tune called Rise. Here, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Thank you. This is Hard-Hearted Hannah. 1, 2, 3, 4. In old Savannah, I said, Savannah, the weather there is nice and warm, the climate's of the southern brand. But there is one thing I do not understand. They got a gal there, mighty pretty gal there, who's colder than an Arctic storm, got a heart just like a stone. Even the Iceman leaves her alone. They call her Hard-Hearted Hannah, the vamp of Savannah, the meanest gal in town. Leather is tough, but Hannah's heart is tougher. She's a gal who loves to see men suffer, to tease 'em and please 'em, torture and kill 'em. That's her delight, they say. I saw her at the seashore with a great big pan. There was Hannah pouring water on a drowning man. She's Hard-Hearted Hannah, the vamp of Savannah, GA. about your cold, refrigerated mamas. Let me tell you, she's the polar bear's pajamas. Tease them and please them, torture and kill them. That's her delight, they say. An evening with Hannah sitting on your knees is like traveling to Alaska in your BVD. She's hard-hearted Hannah, the vamp of Savannah, GA. She just wants equal pay. She's hard-hearted Hannah, the vamp of Savannah, GA. Great, great. Thank you. Wait, everybody. Yeah. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Everybody loves my baby, but my baby don't love nobody but me. Nobody but me. That's right, everybody loves my baby, but my baby, he don't love nobody but me. And it's plain to see, I am his sweet patootie, and he is my loving man. Always does his duty. He loves me like no other can. That's right, everybody loves my baby, but my baby, he don't love nobody but me. Nobody but me. Everybody loves my baby, but my baby, he don't love nobody but me. Nobody but me. Everybody loves my baby, but my baby, he don't love nobody but me. And it's plain to see I am his sweet patootie, and he is my loving man. He always does his duty. He loves me like no other can. That's right. Everybody loves my baby, but my baby, he don't love nobody but me. Nobody but me. He don't love nobody, nobody but me. Thank you so much. Cool.
So, as a wellness representative, I'm here from Overcomers Counseling, and because of that, you know, we live in a town where we're a border town. A lot of our clients, at least easily 60 to 65% of our clientele is indigenous or come from, you know, if not Navajo, then Acoma, Pueblo, Zuni. I believe that we, first and foremost, as clinicians, we're culturally sensitive. We go to trainings. We try to understand or have total empathy towards our native population walking into the door, and it's our duty to be ultimately trauma informed, and knowing that our Native American populations have been affected, and because of historical trauma, there has been alcohol and trauma go hand in hand some of the times, and if not most of the time, and it's easy to cope with alcohol, and I believe by being culturally sensitive and trauma informed, we can then start to educate. But ways that I believe personally, and as a representative of our agency, we see art and music as tools. These tools are very powerful. There are different parts to a person, and music and art especially can help facilitate change. They can be good, coping strategies. They can help support someone's growth and identity. At least in our area, culturally speaking, grounding, it can be a good grounding tool. It's used in ceremony. It can help regulate someone who's either has mental health issues, substance abuse. It can help regulate someone's nervous system and help them feel calm whenever they're trying to reach out and do things alone. I feel, and as Overcomers, as a clinician at Overcomers and working in therapy, it can definitely be help someone to find out who they are and support, have long-term change. It can help that process.
A lot of our people are singers, are chanters. We hear them in our sacred stories, even songs that were sung to us when we were little. I grew up definitely where I had my grandmothers and my elders who sang enchanted songs. So in Beauty Way songs, that's an art. I mean, that makes us so unique, a very unique community, a unique people, a unique culture. It's a part of the spiritual life. It's part of the spiritual way of becoming. And that's what I think art and music really represent. And I truly believe that those are gifts given to many of us. Whether sometimes, for myself, I may not hold a tune very well at some point, but I know that I'm singing, and I'm singing a song, perhaps even in the moment of praise, of gratitude, of thanksgiving. And that restores the soul, that restores the being just the way it is.
Coming from Denver, Colorado, please help me welcome the Brad Goode Quintet featuring Ernie Watts.
1, 2, 1, 2.
How you doing? My name is Jason Moran. I'm a pianist. I'm also currently the artistic director for jazz at the Kennedy Center, and I teach at New England Conservatory in Boston, but I'm living here in New York City in Harlem, one of the great homes of jazz, one of the great landscapes for where freedom is sought through art and culture, a place where we save it. What I understand is the power of playing a music like this is that it allows everybody a place to say what they want to say at their respective instruments. You know, there's a few musics that you can show up, not know anybody, play a few notes, and everybody can join in and find their way together. I don't know much music like that, where that can happen. I think as a teenager, when I first learned how to play this music, jazz, and when I was learning it from listening to Thelonious Monk, a great pianist, I thought, I want to be like him, period. That seemed like enough to want to be like him. But what I didn't understand about this journey that has now taken me for the last, let's say 33 years, I'm not 33, I'm 46. But for the past 33 years, diving into the music was that there was so much culture, there was so much history embedded in every note. It wasn't simply the notes that people were playing. They were playing their mother's stories. They were playing how the neighborhood sounds around them. They were playing the beat that told us that it was time for revolution. You heard it in the drums. You heard it in how a note was bent. You heard it in how Billie Holiday slurred a note. So what does it sound like today? What does the revolution sound like in 2021? What is the rallying cry for freedom? What do we need to hear? Could we write it down, or would we have to play it and improvise it together? I think part of what we learn by learning how to improvise and learning how to state our feelings through sound is we learn to investigate ourselves and the ones around us. And I think when we have a better understanding of who we are and how we got where we are, then we can actually change the future. Not only our own personal futures, but the ones of those around us too. That's the power of the music for me. That ability to reach out, you know. I miss traveling right now, but I think of all the places I've been and down to where you are. I think about what it feels like or will feel like once I arrive. I say a wheel because I'm from Texas and that's how people talk down there. They say 10 instead of 10, right? But that's how I play like that too. I play my drawl. I play my slang on the piano. I mean, that sounds crazy, but that's what sound means to me. That's what I'm saying when I play. So I hope other people learn how to play what they say too.
Our band sound is very diverse. It's eclectic. We bring in a lot of different elements, fusing in different types of styles of music together. For me personally, I come from a hip hop background. Delbert Anderson is on trumpet. Together, both of us are part of the Ddat Nation. So we have that cultural heritage that is also fused in with our music as well. Mike McLuhan is our upright bass player. He's originally from the East Coast out in New York, so he brings in such a dope vibe on the upright. Nicholas Lucero is our percussionist, and he brings in a lot of Latin-infused styles, and together we form Ddat. Basically, there's 4 of us, so we're a quartet. I've also believed like in the power of 4. Part of that's also based on my cultural heritage, traditional side, and like through hip hop too. So being a part of the band has been a blessed experience for me because it really is a dream come true to work with such a great team. Not only just the band members that are the musicians, but also the people behind the scenes. So I got to give a shout out to Maurice Johnson, shout out to Carlos Martinez, our homie Gerardo and Jude Candelaria. They're also a big part of the band, whether it be our sound technicians or videographers, marketing, directing, things like that. Our band has helped the community in various ways. Recently, we're very honored to be a part of a virtual concert fundraiser, very unique of its kind, that was dedicated to help families in our state of New Mexico with facing hunger right now. You know, currently we're dealing with the COVID-19 pandemic. So our band was featured in this concert fundraiser together in entirety. Like everybody helped out, and 100% of the funding is going towards families in 6 different food banks that are distributing throughout our state, also including indigenous communities within the area as well. Very honored to be part of that once again, and we all fundraised over $700,000 from the last that I've seen, which is really remarkable, and I think it's kind of unprecedented too, because I'm not sure if anyone has came together to help our state in that way before this pandemic, and I got to give thanks for the opportunity and being able to apply ourselves through music and help the community in that way. Some of our members, like Delbert is also, well, we also come from an educational background, so together as a band, individually, we also provide creative writing, music workshops, things like that to help out the community and help with younger artists that are developing their craft at this time.
The Blue Desert Virtual Tour would like to thank Chamber Music America and the Doris Duke Charitable Foundation for their support. And now, headlining tonight's event, please help me welcome Ddat.
Sound off and the beat drops. Dance if you're in the mood. This is rap and no interlude. Jazz with a different tune. With the rhythm, spit it, vivid, try to get it, listen, written when I'm living, hit it within a minute of did it for did it, other critics did it, admitted, we're in it to win it, fitted, originally ripping and hit it back, where we never left, catching my second breath, each track to try to jazz, rap, couldn't let it rest, fully stacked, headed west, sharp as an axe, and a seven flesh, how could you head a chest, forever breath, tripping for within it, if it's sitting, I'm sitting in afraid, don't ever reach out, of the did it break, living in these days, life written to a page, my script with the breaks, like shifted to the great night, with the broken rays, right, as you drifted in this space, listen to the rhythm of the waves, right, see the sun rays again, the shades of plain sight to the runway, these tracks are raps remain in flight. right. Through this open allegiance and continue by the substance of your culture increases. Spoken uniqueness, chosen to breathe bliss. Below it beneath pitch, the flow when the beat hits. We know that you need this. Hope that MCs live. Don't with the deepness, interwoven these theses. Sort of the sequence, sound, so the releases. Wild poems and pieces, down most like a phoenix. Song plays in my head when the light shines. During every morning and every party that's quite live. Recording it's my time, part of a lifeline. Finish the day right, started the night fine. Like a sunset on a southwest summer Saturday. Coming back to Albuquerque from a trip to Santa Fe. Smooth cruising and no rush. Yeah, shouts and love. Go. Yeah. This is rap and no interlude. Jazz with a different tune. Yo. The time to get up. We bout to go live, big ups. Coming from way under the ground below. Summoning some wonderful styles we know. Fill her up to the pinnacle. Running while I'm pumping the rounds reload. Spit a few buckets of syllables, visuals, written lyric notes, scribble flows, and up with all the chitter chatter, drumming in my pity patter, wandering through different patterns in the middle. Get 'em, yeah. This right here, something that you could dance to. That boom, bap, bamboo, smooth rap, jazz tune. Backtrack and catch another fast move. Your last chance to catch it, that groove. Yeah, representing life in New Mexico. Excelling in the rhyme and the breath control. Dedicated life on the microphone. Accelerated, driving all night, we roll. Spit a few buckets of syllables, visuals, written lyric notes, scribble flows, and up with all the chitter chatter, drumming in my pity patter, wandering through different patterns, spirit in the middle, get up, yeah, hit 'em. Started from the bottom below the Aurora, never stopped touring before the show the aura glows. Glory to the Most High, that's who I'm performing for. Why the only ghost rider is a Holy Ghost. I'm not religious and won't listen to a corny hoax. Not a one-trick pony, not a first rodeo. Fly like an alien, shine bright and radiant. Rhyme tight, take high flights, nights like Arabian, yeah. Coming from way under the ground below. Yeah, summoning some wonderful styles we know. Fill her up to the pinnacle. Gunning while I'm pumping out rounds, reload. Spit a few buckets of syllables, visuals, written lyric notes, scribble flows, and up with all the chitter chatter, drumming in my pity patter, wandering through different patterns in the middle, middle. talking, enough talking, just get freshin'. Top to bottom, up rocking the 6-stepping. The way she was popping and locking was impressive. And just for a small cost, she'll offer and give lessons. So to work with your feet, she says you will learn, just observe as I hit the beat. She later told me you got a lot of potential, but don't hit them circles up without the proper credentials. Get you some props first, give it your all's worth. Hitting the floor, back spinning like clockwork. If you're searching for some advanced rhythms to rock to, burn the floor, then dance with it, we got you. Whether the ground, the alley, dance hall, or ballroom, keep trying to the funky breaks, it won't drop the volume. People will go nuts for golden glitter gleam, but it ain't all about the blow up, just always finish clean. The Veracruz who challenge with styles upon styles with balance. Can't count them all, cause each round is countless. Hit the floor in euphoria, known as the linoleum warrior. Pouring your potent doses, no one knowing my formula. I rep New Mexico, call the desert home. Catch my second breath, there's 7 left to smoke. 6-stepping to the record with finesse, and so respect to those unknown legends in the treasure trove. Let it go, put your body in motion from head to toe. Ain't scared to hit the air chair on the elbow bone. Rarely miss a beat and always rock authentic. This is for the legends who never got the proper credit. When you live it in the moment, you can't stop and edit. That's why I like going off the head where I'm often headed. Shaping his style, but foundation, he's laying it down. Cause without the basics, you basically drown. Sound scaling the cadence, he's out training for greatness. Breaking it down, created the sacred wild style language and the formations that remain in the paving the ground. From the ancient outdated to the most latest of styles. Old crowd's favorites now taking a bow, but a child's wild fragrant, I'm making him proud. Laying it down, one more time off the mind. Ddat, front to back, defy on the rhyme, we live.
I think that art is very therapeutic. So my art has healed me of all sorts of trauma in life, and we all have our own trauma. There's no doubt. You can't really live through this life without trauma. I suppose the most dramatic trauma I have had would be becoming a widow at age 49. And so there was a lot of pain in that, and there were lots of choices to be made when you become a young widow. You know, anytime you lose someone important to you, it would be very easy to give up. But for me, art was a way to express my pain and turn my pain into beauty. And I would be very sad when I was painting art, and then it would turn into something beautiful. And it felt like a gift from the universe that I had this opportunity to take pain and turn it into beauty. And I've tried to help other people with that and give them opportunities to just express themselves. I'm like, you don't have to make something beautiful. It's the act of creating that is so therapeutic.
I built my style and flow 500,000 miles ago. Rap on course back and forth like a palindrome. Race fast, safe car off the radar. Cops and paint on the way to bomb the train yard. Cops will hate, hop the gate, drop the case charge. Concentrate and go all the way, it ain't far. The operation moved to Route 66. Stop the chase and cruise, been through plenty trips. Shift the stick in the drive, quickly slide to the curb. Swiftly dip in the ride, skidding 65 in reverse. Hit the mic and do work. Now who's with me to cruise from Duke City, from Cali to New Yiddy? Yeah, it's too risky to drink and drive and catch a Dewey. I'm on my grizzly as I slide in my active duty. Press play, feeling free on the expressway. Shout me out if you ever see me in that left lane. So let's go, who knows where it takes us? Let the rest smell the rubber and taste us. There's plenty out there to discover, don't waste everybody just vibe as the bass thumps. Let's go, who knows where it takes us? Let the rest smell the rubber and taste us. There's plenty out there to discover, don't waste front to back to that, let the bass jump, yeah. Than swimming under them orcas. I'm the son of Pandora, the sun is my aura. They overrun the forest. I'm running over borders versus running with the chorus. Drawing backward forwards. Palindromes enough for a jar of tuna. UFO tofu, Robo Barbara with more Roma. Travel notes, smelled of a fresh aroma. The scent of a desert flower, she sent it from Arizona. Words fell on the paper, it felt like almost forever. Things fell apart, fellowships hold it together. I've been drifting sideways on highways before 91. You know, before the US highway was 491. I had to drive between the lines, rhyme between the lines. Objects in the rear view are closer than they seem at times. Took the scenic route, found an open lane. Know which road to take, another toll to pay. Deja vu, I know the way, yeah. The rhythm of life. yeah. Rhyme, press, uplift heights. Running to the rhythm of life. Staring at the sunset, headed westward bound. Less than a quarter mile away, time to exit now. I'm headed out and I'm coming back on a separate route. With my luggage packed, left my town for the love of rap. Cruising on the expressway as I'm passing you by. Steady moving through the left lane on the passenger side. I'm always in the clutch, no need for manual drive. Safe travels through that avenue, read your traveler's guide. Blasting through traffic, avoid crashes on I-25. Always live on the rhyme, I ride out the vibe and that natural high. On the road all night to make the show on time. To hold this mic right and quote some lines. Be home by twilight off that solo grind. Always on the go thanks to those who know my rhymes. It's that photo frame that hangs in this picture perfect. Glad that I came, what can I say? This trip was worth it. Listen to your stereo as you stare at your room. Here we go, let this carry you to an aerial view. Whatever you prepare to go through will be there for you too. These are experiences in life that you should share with your crew. Missed it within minutes, things look different from a distance. Don't let your marathons get mixed up with your wind sprints. I'm going where nobody knows and no one cares. It's that bare country road and that open air, yeah. As I drive by slow from the 505, I spend time on the 550. That desert highway, that sideline road. Despite the high stakes, survive the high lows. Roaming the unknown zone, stone rolling alone, floating through the ghost towns. No one left to know now. Know what happened here, but no one left to know how. I roll up with no luck, so I roll out. Try to post up for a whole month. It's so rough on your own, so I roast one. Flat tire, no spare, and no tow truck. When there's only so far you can go, there's no rush. Your bros got it for the low, so load up. But there's only so much you can know, so hold up. There's only so much you can hold in your own clutch. What up, we holding the gold cup. The road's tough and cold, I drove with the donut just to get to my next show, hoping you'll show up. We'll give you our best though, hoping you'll show love. On the road from New Mexico through Arizona. Another 12-hour trip just to yell out and spit to a crowd wildin' loud. Now let's bail out and dip. Took the trail route to skip a couple towns around the way. Made an album out of cloudy days that's around this place. And try to take the days passing you by. Just relaxing and vibe to my patterns of rhyme. Remain in the same lane and take a natural ride. Enjoy your natural high on the passenger side. Road runner. Running to the rhythm of life, yeah.